Rodeo time. Gotta get her on down the road.
You got a good game going over there?
Who the hell's that?
Donnie's playing solitaire.
I play solitaire a lot.
Sorry I'm late, guys. It's not a live show, so you don't recognize that I'm late, but I was just running around getting batteries for the podcast equipment and setting up cameras. You know, I need to hire someone to do things like that.
You won't let me do that.
Yeah, right.
You won't, like, set up the cameras and it's never right.
You could get it close and then I double check it.
I do.
You're over here playing solitaire.
Not before that. How was I supposed to know when the batteries were running low?
You check them.
There's a deal in the corner. It shows you just like on your phone.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's like low battery or full battery. It tells you when you look at it, when you turn it on.
Mm.
There's someone working here right now. There's two someones working here right now. And you'll find out who they are in 8 months.
Long time.
We can't talk about it right now. Contractually obligated not to.
Long time.
You just talked about it.
I didn't tell them what was...
No.
I didn't tell them any of the details. They
What?
don't know what's going on.
You just said when.
One of those someones said that they want to be like Donnie.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Wait.
Said that Donnie has figured out a way to be here and not work very hard.
I know who that someone is.
And it got me thinking, has Dale been duped?
He just does just enough. Just enough.
Donnie?
I mean, you guys can think what you want.
Well, I think it's most important what I think, Donnie.
Okay.
So, right now I think that you're a good employee. Obviously, you're still here.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you defend yourself?
I don't have to defend myself.
I mean, just like you're in the room, that person tells DB that. Give us what's your strategy? What are you thinking about? What are you what's going through your head? Why are you the way you are?
Why are you the way that you are?
I don't know.
Good or bad? I'm just saying, walk us through your mindset.
Well, I don't kiss ass. But, I don't know. If I know something needs to be done, I think I'd do it. I don't know. I don't really have much of a mindset, I don't think.
There's not a wrong answer.
I know there's not, but
Because so far, all of that seems legit.
What's that?
I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah, there's probably not a lot of people like me. That's why. But
In what way? There's no wrong answer.
I just don't think people can care as less as I care about what people think about me.
Okay.
But
Is that true all the time for you?
No, not all the time. In certain aspects, I guess. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know I work hard. Or do I?
See, I don't feel that I could have, because I felt the need to defend you as if he was saying something bad. Not that it's a he, but if it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, wait a second, And I felt the need to, because I'm your boss and you've been here for over a year, on a year and a half.
So if I'm bad, you're bad.
No kidding. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's okay. How much of a boss am I if I'm letting, a slacker stay here that long?
I think it's a Jim and a Michael situation. Michael loves Jim so much, but Jim just does the bare minimum. He's funny, so it's good to have around.
I don't think that's the situation.
Oh,
You don't know whether or not to take that as a compliment or not, do you?
No.
You want to be Jim in some aspects.
Well, Jim is smart enough to get his stuff done and still be able to do
stuff done.
Be able to do that.
I think that this person's misconception comes from the fact that they aren't in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And that's where you do most of your work.
Yeah.
So when we're at the ranch, that person is having to work.
Mm-hmm.
You are not,
Yeah.
because that's not, for the last year, that's not been your job.
Yeah.
Because I know what it's like to edit. Specifically, I know what it's like to edit podcasts. Can take up to 2 hours. It's tedious, and the first 30 minutes is fine. You're like blazing through it. You're cutting stuff up. The last hour and a half kind of sucks.
You start to drift off, and you're like, oh, someone else started talking. I gotta go back. And
Yeah.
cut the camera.
Yeah, you get to where you're listening.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting because you were literally just in the conversation.
Yeah.
So, well, it's interesting, but once you're like cutting it up for the third time, it's less interesting than the first time. But the point is, it becomes work. It's work. WORK. And then the little stuff that you edit is also work, because you got to put more thought into it. You got to get creative with. Anyhow, whatever. I see that. When people come into the warehouse, they just see you sitting behind a computer.
Yeah.
And then they get to the ranch, and you're just chilling in the shade.
That's not all the time. It's just right now.
It's just right now during this thing that
Yeah.
we can't talk about for 8 months. That's a lot of sitting
That's
around.
not my fault. I show up when they tell me to show up, and if it's not my fault.
I understand. That's why I felt the need to, and you can't really say all that in the moment. You know, I was trying to put my finger on it last night. I was like, I need to defend him, but how? and then I thought about it, and anyway. So, the solitaire thing a while ago, that was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're taking this afternoon off to go get a new phone,
Oh, I haven't decided yet.
another coincidence. These are coincidences.
But are you getting an iPhone?
I don't know.
I give you permission to go get a new phone during work,
Oh, thank you.
because that 1985 brick that
Yeah,
you
really.
carry around.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm talking about the fact that I called you the other day like 3 times, texted you, none
Is
of
the
it
back
came
coming
through.
off?
Yeah, the back's coming.
Oh, wow.
Dude, let's see.
Can you
this.
play Snake on that?
No.
Look at this phone, y'all. Look at the back. Your little pop socket thing that shouldn't even. Is that what pulled it off?
Probably.
Your pop socket.
It was already coming off before, I think.
Galaxy S8 active.
That thing was waterproof at one point in time.
At one point. It's not anymore.
So the Galaxy, dude, when you get a text and this deal vibrates,
Oh, man. You can hear it like across the warehouse.
you think it's an earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Like an earthquake just hit Winnebago.
Yeah.
What's the longest you've had an iPhone?
Me?
Yeah.
Year and a half?
Exactly. I've had this sucker for 3 years.
Dude, I don't think you should be bragging about that.
What do you mean?
Upgrade, fool. Like you could get a
That
new
costs
phone for
money.
like free. For like $100.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's really not as expensive as you think it is.
I like the fact that you are like being frugal.
I've had, from the time I've been 16, I've had 3 phones.
I mean, that's commendable. But there comes a point of diminishing returns, Donnie. Like, they should be paying you to use that phone. You are paying them to use that piece of crap. Okay, whatever.
It's like your
Upgrade.
truck. Like, your truck's good. Like, you hold on to things. It's good. But that needs to go.
Yeah. Yep. What about your life? Let's shift the focus.
Let's talk.
Hey, I haven't talked crap about you at all this whole time. I just called you Jim. And that's
Yeah, you said
that's
he
a compliment.
he does the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So who is Katrin? Is this Meredith?
Who are you, Kaitlin?
Is Katrin Meredith? Our office Meredith?
Yikes. I'd rather not be.
Katrin complains that the lights are too bright and everyone talks too loud in the morning.
That's only because I haven't had my caffeine, not because I went out the night before like Meredith.
Yeah, there's not many places to go out in Winnebago.
No.
There are a few, though. Have you been to them?
Where? Apparently not then.
Wes and his old lady used to go to that place out. What's that?
Oh, the Wildcatter.
No. Is it turtle?
See, I don't know.
Some animal. It's named
Some
after some
animal.
or cactus, something prick.
Oh, the prickly pear.
Prickly pear. That's it.
Some
Yeah.
animal.
You
No,
could go
I've
out
never
there.
been. I don't even know where it is.
Me neither.
You could go out there.
I don't really know if it's worth going there.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
It's out in the middle of the country.
Yeah,
It's like
I'd
middle-
rather probably not.
I've never been there. Of course, I don't like to spend time in bars. Period.
I don't like to go to bars really by myself.
If I'm going, I need an entourage for safety's sake.
Yeah.
This is a target.
Dude, I had a dream last night that y'all got into a fight. Well, not y'all, but y'all were like, we got to go meet with these guys. Like, we're going to get into a fight with these guys.
Oh, it was like planned.
Yes. It was like I don't know.
I think
like,
they call that premeditated. But continue.
it was like old school, like only knives, like no guns, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
What do
you
they
know,
call
like,
a brawl?
A brawl,
rumble.
Yeah, a rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah.
A rumble.
And I remember just being like, we had to wait here. Like, we couldn't leave. Like, the girls couldn't, like, be there, you know?
You stay here, Mom. We'll check it out. E.T. when they go out in the deal.
No.
You think it's the Coyotes? Are the Coyotes back? I freaking love that movie. Anyways, continue.
No, I know you do. But, yeah. And I remember thinking, like, gosh, I hope they're okay. Like, I hope it goes well. I hope we win. Like, it was like, but yeah, it was like a brawl, like
Yeah.
a rumble. I don't know if we won. I'll be
I've been on
honest.
some. I've the last 3 nights I've taken Z-Quil.
I think that's what sparked mine last night.
You
was
took some Z-Quil?
I took some sinus, like cold and flu, but like the nighttime stuff to knock me out because of my allergies. But yeah,
I've been having some crazy dreams.
yeah, I think that's it.
Nothing like what I would have if I took like a hydrocodone, which I only take like after surgeries for a couple of days. But when I did,
Does it sound like he takes them all the time?
I stopped. Well, I've had a lot of surgeries. I stopped taking them like before I needed to, like still in pain, but I stopped taking them because of the dreams I would have. Super crazy dreams.
I like to dream.
Speaking of your dreams, you got your first rodeo this weekend.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Are you excited?
Yep.
yeah. Look at his face. That's his excited face.
That is, dude. You're like a co-host on a podcast. Sometimes you need to elaborate a little bit. It's a show literally built around talking. People are listening to this. Let this be the podcast where Donnie comes out of his shell
Yeah,
and shares
where he
his real
shines.
feelings. Give us the step by step on your dreams behind rodeo, your work ethic, define yourself.
Look, it's
and
so
then
cringy for him.
describe your perfect girl or something. Dude, the title of this podcast is going to be Donnie Came Out of His Shell. Don't disappoint the citizens of Winnebago.
I just hate talking about myself personally, but I'll do
Those
my
are the
best.
kind of people we like to talk about themselves.
Yeah. First rodeo. Just another horse.
Mm-hmm.
Is how I'm trying to look at it. And just say, yeah, let's go.
I feel like
Rah, rah, go team.
it's going to be... Are you ready to, like, deliver the line like, hey, no, guys, so I'm sorry I didn't do this, or this correctly. This is literally my first rodeo.
Oh,
I mean, like, I feel you should be able to get away with anything. It's literally your first rodeo.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about that, and like,
You don't want to have to pull it out of the bag, but you will if you...
no, definitely, yeah. Hopefully everything goes well, but if not, it's my first rodeo. You know.
And then I posted a meme the other day, like...
Sorry, I didn't know I was supposed to have everything figured out by my second rodeo.
Yeah.
it's not a lot of rodeos.
Seems like a very low number of rodeos. Actually, people, it is. If you know anything about rodeo, that is a low number of rodeos. 2 to get it all figured out by.
Yeah, that's the one I'm worried about. Not the first one, the second one.
Why?
Because you're supposed to have it all figured out.
Do you think you will?
No,
How many practice horses are you going to get on before your second one?
I don't know, another 30.
Depends on how the first one goes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have you thought about a second rodeo?
yeah. I don't know when it'll be.
We're getting late into the year.
Yeah, so I was thinking it'd probably be in the spring.
There's a lot of like county fairs and stuff in September and October.
Okay.
I know pro rodeos. There's a lot of Texas pro rodeos in October. So like Belleville, Leesville, Seguin, Liberty.
Would all those be like for the 2021 season?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of September rodeos that are good. And I mean, on like a normal year that are pro rodeos, like the last weekend is stacked. Used to be stacked. They've kind of moved some of the dates around, like Stephenville, Amarillo, Apache. But those are pro rodeos. AMI rodeos, I can't remember all of them, but I remember being able to go to a lot in September and October. Brenham, I know, is one that's going to be, I can't remember. I think it's October. Brenham is in October. So that could be one that happens that we plan for and go to, but not to force you. There's something going on at Steiner's at some point.
Yeah.
That might be just bareback.
Yeah, I bet it is.
But there will be options for a second rodeo this year. Again, one horse at a time.
Yeah, just...
What do you say when, like, you're ready to go? Like, when you give the nod? Do you just give a nod?
Okay.
You just say okay?
Pretty much, yeah, I don't really know.
Have you thought about maybe implementing some verbiage, since you've had 2 accidental gait?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I hadn't, but maybe that's a good idea. Maybe like buck 'em, buck 8. Like, I don't know, something Dale Brisby
I like
would
to say, yeah, buck 8 is a good one. I like to say, okay,
I think that's
boys.
kind of cocky, though, you know, like, yeah, I'm about to ride a sucker for 8 seconds.
I'm about to buck 8.
I feel like okay, boys is good.
I feel like
considering
that's
all it is
generic.
adding one more word to what you say.
It's just, okay, boys, it's just kind of generic, you know.
I guess I'm generic.
I don't know.
It's 2020. You just want to.
Well, 8
Don't wanna
seconds, like,
assume.
I feel like they all said, okay, boys. Like, I just feel like that's generic. Like,
Huh. Yeah, maybe it's not a boy opening the gate.
Yeah.
yeah,
that's what
maybe
I'm
it's,
saying.
yeah.
Maybe it's a woman
I doubt it.
or a grown man.
A lady man.
Well, tell us about your work ethic behind rodeo. That might be easier for you to speak to.
My work ethic?
Yeah, you've talked about your advice at the end of these podcasts has been be passionate about being passionate.
Yeah.
How has that worked out for you?
I think it's taken me a long ways in the short amount of time that I've had in riding broncs. I think I put a lot of time and effort into it.
Yeah,
Almost every day doing something.
right?
Working towards it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really like to talk about myself, but I just want to be good, I guess. This is why I do it.
Yeah.
Why does anybody do it? I don't really know.
What about Kaitlin? What are you working towards?
What am I working towards?
You were doing a triathlon.
I was, and that got canceled. And then I just really wanted to focus more on my personal training business. So that's what I'm working
So you're a
towards.
quitter.
Ain't
No, I'm
nothing
just
wrong
kidding.
quitting.
I'm just,
Ain't nothing
I'm just
wrong
kidding.
quitting. Sometimes
No, I'll be honest though. I did not really enjoy it as much as I thought that I would.
It sounds terrible.
I like long distance things, but when you put 3 long distance things together, it really wasn't that.
What about long
fun.
distance relationships?
Oh,
What about 3 long distance relationships?
I feel like that. No, I still feel like that's harder to juggle.
What do you mean 3?
That's what she just said. She likes long
Oh.
distance things, and 3 long distance things is hard. I was
Yeah.
like, what about relationships?
1 long distance, I feel like is definitely hard.
So you're
But
you're
yeah.
in only 1 long distance relationship right now?
I'm in 0.
Oh, okay.
In 0.
Let's flood
Relationships
Kaitlin's inbox
at all.
with your best pickup line.
No,
In,
no one did it the last time. Everyone's done with it. They don't have any good ones anymore.
yeah, I bet there's some people out there with some good ones.
Maybe. You're more than welcome to try.
I bet it's fun to check those DMs.
They are really funny.
Do you take any of them seriously?
Do I take any of them seriously?
Yes.
No. Donnie's kind of
Not really.
anti-meet your significant other
Oh,
on
for sure.
Instagram.
Yeah.
It's generic.
I'm not anti.
My thing is, like, these girls text me or message me, ask me for my Snapchat from like 4 or 5 states away, and I'm like, I've never met you before.
That I don't understand why people ask for your Snapchat.
I'm not gonna
like,
invest
I don't get that one.
my time of mine. I only get 24 hours, and we talk about this all the time. I'm not gonna invest any of my time into someone that I'm probably never gonna meet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it's stupid. like,
Yeah.
Like I'll entertain them for a lot of them will be like, "Oh, Donnie, I love you," and I'll get their name and I'll be like, "I love you too," and they're like, "All right, let's get married." I said, "Okay," and they're like, "We'll do this, and I said, "Yes, we will," and they're like, "You're the best," and I was like, "I know," but like. It's just funny. I just go along with it until they get tired of me agreeing, and then they stop messaging.
I went to dinner with a couple of
That
friends
sounds
last
like a
week,
blast.
Yeah,
and they were like, "How many girls does Donnie get like in the DMs?"
Oh,
Anyways, go ahead. How many
Continued.
girls?
How many girls does Donnie get in the DMs? They were like, "Well, we've seen yours, like the." Oh, okay, great.
Oh. The last 4 didn't stink.
So answer that. How many girls do you get? Like a lot?
Are you able to check all your requests?
on a daily, yeah.
How many requests do you have a
It
day?
just depends. Like if you post something, then I usually
Oh
get.
my gosh.
Like if I do, or you just
Yeah,
saying
if you like tag me in something, or like if I post something, sometimes I don't know. It just depends.
It's been about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, since I've been able to get my requests down to 0. I used to be able to check every DM and at least check it or respond, and then all the requests, but I can't anymore. I lost.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to flex. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I might get like 1 or 2 girls.
Especially
a
now
week.
that one or
Okay.
2 like legitimate ones, or just 1 or 2.
I
You
don't
get
know.
more than that.
Yeah, probably, but I'd just say on the average.
So like that's like if I were to find a guy attractive and he's like got
Some of them are pretty good looking. I'm not gonna lie.
he's got like a crap ton of followers, like I'm probably not gonna slide in because I'm gonna be like he's probably got a bunch of girls sliding into the DMs. Like
Not as many as you'd think, probably.
so I'm probably not
as
gonna
good
shoot
looking
my
as
shot.
I am.
I feel like I'm the best looking. Hey, you know what doesn't happen is inappropriate DMs.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've been on social media, on Instagram specifically, for like 7 years, 6 years. And that's where the most, that's where sliding into the DMs was.
Invented. Like,
Invented,
that's where they wrote the book.
Right.
Inappropriate DMs?
There wasn't like even a
It was
term
more-
for it with Facebook.
It was more like a text on Facebook, like a direct. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, as far as like an not I've just had a couple of people assume that I get multiple inappropriate DMs on the daily, when really in 7 years it's under a dozen. In 7 years, under 12. Like the people don't just send inappropriate stuff. It just doesn't happen.
I've gotten one.
I mean, I can only think
I've
of
probably
like
gotten a
7 or
handful.
8, and I might be forgetting 3 or 4.
Wes acted like he got some all the time.
Well, he got them all the time from one person.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and even fewer people, like, if you don't respond, even they stop.
Yeah.
Anyway, that would have, not that I feel like I'm the kind of person that would get messages all the time, but
Yeah.
I'm a normal guy, and I've got enough followers that some people assume I would get more. Anyways, not the case.
I've had to block a few.
Now, if you instigate,
Yeah,
sure
that's
that's
on
what
you.
Yeah.
That's on you.
I'm sure it'd be
Right.
more than a dozen if you like instigate. But I'm like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, and it always stays that way when you say, what are you grinning about?
I'm just laughing. just laughing.
How many have you gotten in 7 years inappropriate?
7 years? I don't know. I don't even know if I've had an Instagram for 7 years.
Or however long your lifetime of social media is.
Inappropriate? I mean, I've gotten like 2 or 3 inappropriate from when you had people slide into my DMs the first time. They said some things that I would.
It was words?
Yeah.
Or
and then
pictures.
No picture. Well, Snapchat, I don't know. It was my first birthday here. Some guy sent me something very inappropriate on Snapchat.
Oh yeah, I'm not even public on Snapchat.
Yeah,
Snapchat's
I was.
Well, I had to change it because I didn't know that
I was
until
Cheech posted me in something, and then all of a sudden I get all these 12-year-old
Yeah.
kids snapping me an S, like,
Yeah,
For
an S.
street.
I'm like, what the heck is this?
They take a picture of the floor and put
Yeah.
an S on it. Crudely
Yeah.
drawn S means
Yeah.
streaks.
Yeah.
Some people get streaks going for like 2 years.
Who cares though?
Exactly.
It's
Dude, I'm
like
with
not
you.
our generation thing, I don't think.
But
Well, I know.
our generation is on Snapchat.
Well,
Right.
if that generation is listening right now, it is not cool to snap. Like, that's not cool.
If you want to, I can understand, like, if you have a best friend and you want to get a streak going with your best friend, like,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
But don't send it to some random
Don't send it to me.
rodeo cowboy that, especially, like, anyway. But on Snapchat, the few times I've been public, I had to go. So anybody can watch it, but I've got to, like, approve you for you to be able to send me
Send you
something.
something.
And there were a lot of S's, and I just got tired of opening them. Like 60 out of 70, 6 out of 7 of them would be S's. And so there'd be one legitimate question or something I'd respond to. But what I did find, the inappropriate picture things, that applies to Instagram. For Snapchat, it was like that many in a week. A dozen in a week would be.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many people I found drink beer in the shower.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
A lot of people drink beer in the shower, I found out in my public Snapchat days, which were very few. I had to get out of that life. Occasionally I'll go back to it just to because I like to interact with people on each platform, but very seldom do I, because it's just like, I can't.
It's too much.
I don't want to watch somebody drinking a beer in the shower.
No.
Have you ever drank
That's
beer in the
weird.
shower, Donnie?
Yeah.
Shower beers are good.
I don't drink beer. Maybe that's why.
You can drink
Golly.
a Topo Chico in the shower.
Me and
I'll try
Kaitlin
that.
have drink beers in the
I'll
shower.
try that.
Not together. But
The way you said that really made it sound like. Anyway, what was I going to say? Sorry, I'm distracted. My fart still smells so bad in here.
I never really smelled
I didn't either, but
It's
I
a
have
very
terrible.
tight podcast room that we're in. Yeah, especially once I got the texting down.
Oh yeah.
940-353-0890. And that's where I spend most of my time, like, interacting with people. I don't get to DM as much because when I get extra minutes in the day, I spend those minutes on texting. But I should put your phone number up on my Snapchat, Donnie. How do you think that would go?
I don't know. Maybe people would text me or call me.
I get a lot of one-word answers.
I don't know how it would go, but I would imagine people would probably save my number, and then some of them would text or call me. That would not be cool.
I feel like you would get really pissed if people call you at 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you even wake up?
Probably not.
I was gonna say I don't even think you.
Well, your old brick of a phone probably wouldn't even ring.
Oh. You think my phone was messed up because I didn't answer your calls the other day?
Well, that's what you told me. Was
Well,
that not
I
the
mean-
case?
No, I said my phone was on silent because we were doing a podcast.
Donnie, your responsibilities here have, like, really shifted over the last year.
Yeah.
Has that, like, surprised you? How do you feel about your new, like, editing and filming role?
I enjoy it. But I like to do stuff on the road too.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you like booths?
do I like working booths? Yeah, they're okay. I really enjoy getting to go to them, so it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Like Like, I like to be on the road, so that makes it fun.
So which part, if you don't like actually work in the booth, what part of it is it that you enjoy? Because you don't like to drive.
I don't mind driving.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Oh, I'll remember that. So what part of it is it that you enjoy most?
Just the traveling, you know. I don't know.
Is
Being
that what
somewhere else.
Yeah.
excites you about rodeo?
Kinda, yeah.
I mean, that's a dang good start.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to rodeo, that's a really good start that you like to get up and go somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's some rodeos you might have something drawn, or for whatever reason, like you enter it and then you just don't want to go.
Yeah. But, like, yeah, working booths ain't bad. Like, it's fun sometimes. You get to meet a lot of cool people, but
What's been your best booth experience?
Yeah, favorite booth, go.
I don't know. I really enjoyed Vegas. That's just a long booth. But,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it never got to the point where I was like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
I never got to that point, but it's just, like, long days.
San Antonio's twice as long.
Yeah, I wasn't there the whole time.
Right.
But San Antonio, I was going to say San Antonio was fun.
San Antonio, like something about it, like it's obviously not as busy as Vegas. So it's almost like during the booth you get breaks. There
Yeah.
may be an hour where you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
That's a marathon. Like I said, I get nervous about San Antonio because of just all the Amber Alerts that go off on my
Oh,
dang
yeah.
phone. It makes me nervous.
Yeah.
Stolen cars, stolen people. I get nervous about. I feel like the born supremacy anywhere I go in San Antonio. Like I'm like checking all the exits and sitting where I can see things, and like, dude, I've had my truck broken into. I've had numerous people. Their freaking cars just
Yeah, gone.
Yeah, and then they
At
get
like
found
a
4 or
Golden
5 months
Corral or
later.
something.
yeah. That one Gabe's truck got found.
Yeah.
But that makes me nervous about San Antonio.
Yeah. I really wanted to go to, I think it was the high school finals in Wyoming, Rock
Yeah.
Springs.
Oh man.
But and I was supposed to go, I think, and Kaitlin was supposed to go to FFA, but like then Kaitlin decided she wanted to go because there was a certain someone there, and then I just kind of got tossed to the wayside.
I forgot about that. You didn't miss much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
you really
but I just
didn't.
never been to Wyoming, and I wanted to go.
I mean, what if he'd have been the one?
But yeah, but he wasn't.
That's true. He wasn't.
No.
Um,
Nope.
But it's better to know that than her not go, then find out, and we all think, well, what if
And it wasn't
Donnie
just that. I
What
also
if I
wanted
would
to
have
go-
met my one?
you wouldn't have not there? There's a bunch of high school chicks.
Yeah, no.
Believe me, I was keeping an eye out for you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they're what you didn't miss.
And Rock
anything.
Springs really isn't like much to look at either.
Did you go to Guthrie?
Yeah, that's where I met you guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about this year, high school finals. This
No.
Guthrie.
No,
Why not?
we were doing something. I don't know.
You were gone somewhere. Remember we set it up. You went.
Oh, I went on a bachelor party.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right. So did you meet the one there?
Yeah.
No.
You
I
wouldn't
think-
have met the one here either, so.
I think you met the one whenever. I know when you met the one.
In Vegas?
No.
Oh.
Which one?
Yeah, he met a couple in Vegas.
You know which one.
You know. I'm talking about this trip. I'm going to speak in code. There were catfish involved.
Oh,
What?
It's not very much code.
no.
You haven't picked up on that? I said catfish. There were catfish involved. We went noodling. Hannah Barron.
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I got it.
Everybody, the whole world thinks that Hannah and
She's got a
Donnie
boyfriend.
need
Yeah,
to get
I
married.
thought she had a boyfriend.
Yeah, no, she does, but he
It's
doesn't.
not
ride-
going to last long?
He doesn't ride Bronx.
Oh.
What if he listens to this?
Just keep him on his toes.
I mean,
It'd be good for him.
well, I was just thinking, like, he's probably actually a cool guy. If we got to know him, we'd probably like him more than we like Donnie, which wouldn't be that hard.
Right.
So
That's
Yeah.
hurtful.
that's all I could pull out of my hat.
Yeah,
at the
that's
time. Like, I was
mean, dude.
No, I'm talking about
You're mean to me.
the riding Bronx thing. That's the only thing I could hold over.
Oh, all over him.
It's not that we don't like him.
Yeah. He's just
Dude,
not very
Vegas
cool.
last year was really fun though. That was probably my favorite booth.
Oh my gosh, I was exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm tired right now just thinking about
Yeah.
Vegas.
I
What do you
think-
think about this year? Being in Dallas.
Well, I'm not mad about the booth thing.
Right.
Apparently, it's like 4 days, and it's before the NFL.
Yeah, that's kind of no.
That's odd.
That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Do you
I
think
don't-
people are going to show up prior?
Yeah, because it's in Fort Worth. Like that's
Oh,
my
right,
that's
yeah.
like the heart of my. When I make a post, like sometimes it'll show me like where the most people that watch it are, and Fort Worth is like number one.
Dang.
Yeah.
DFW area is like that's my most.
I
It's
think-
not going to be as many people as like NFR,
Right.
but I feel like somebody's going to come.
Well, it is the NFR.
But no, but the booth is before the NFR.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think people are going to come before the NFR just to come to
All
Cowboy
I know
Christmas and
is
stuff?
I was gonna have a lot of fun in Vegas this year. I had money. Like, I didn't have any money last year.
Maybe that's a good thing though, that you've got a little bit of money and you're not going to Vegas.
Yeah.
It gives me time to build up even more for next year.
I saw this meme that was
I'm gonna
like
put it all on red.
that was like
You would,
whatever he's like
redhead.
husbands whatever happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas this year or like stay at the NFR. Your wife's gonna know about it in 0.3 seconds because it's in Texas.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
You can't treat it like an NFR in Vegas.
Well, I think it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be interesting. It'll make people appreciate Vegas. People that didn't, and I don't know. Change is sometimes good. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be in Vegas, but like we change it up for a year, and everybody. What I'm thinking of are the people that run booths that are just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired of this. They're gonna be like, man, I can't wait to get back to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate, like, I enjoy going to Vegas, and I enjoy working the booth, and even the last day, man, I bet you're ready to get out of here. Not really.
Yeah.
You know,
Vegas is fun.
Yeah.
like I enjoy it.
The
And so
environment, like,
I think this is gonna make everybody be like, I enjoy Vegas too.
Yeah.
14 days in Caesar's Palace was, I mean, I'm not going to complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think you should. And anyways, the thing that I don't want to say I didn't enjoy it because I did slightly, but like I just didn't have time to even enjoy my room at the Mirage. Like I had a bigger room than normal, bigger room than I'd ever had in my life, and just 17-hour days at, you know, just kind of caught up to me, and freaking came home, had the flu.
I was about to say you got the Vegas flu.
Yeah, I was taking naps in the. We were right next to the Dodge booth, and they had a little deal. I was going over there and taking naps in the middle of the day.
Were you really?
Yes, you didn't know that?
I did not know that. I thought you would just
that
like
big
wander off.
room right in front of our booth.
Yeah.
It was the back of their booth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, I would sneak in there
I had no idea.
and take
Good
45.
Good for you.
I mean, not every day,
Yeah.
but at least like 4 days. I went in there and set an alarm, and middle of Cowboy Christmas, hiding underneath, because they had prizes they'd give away, like shirts and stuff, and I would just pile up on top of those shirts, pull a few.
Were all those people were working back there? Like where the Dodge girls and stuff were like working?
Yeah, they go in there and eat lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
That's
no
real
idea.
talk.
I would just be like, he's somewhere signing something.
Yep. I was 10 feet away, 20 feet away, underneath a pile of shirts, taking a nap.
Good to
But
know. Good to know.
You gotta get it while you can when you're in Vegas.
That's what she said.
All right.
All right.
So now it's going to be Fort Worth. So we'll see how the booth deal shakes out. But
Arlington? That's where the field is. Or where the...
yeah, but I think
Yeah.
the booths are in Fort Worth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
I think the booths are at Convention Center, Fort Worth Convention Center.
So will we film stuff there this year?
Maybe, probably. I don't know why not.
Mm.
Don't cameras follow y'all around everywhere?
Yeah,
I am the camera.
Exactly.
be one with the camera. Yeah, no, I hope so, but I don't know. If we get to have a booth, great. If we don't, that's fine too. Like, that's me. I don't know. Like, everybody's like, what do you think about it? I mean, like, it's going to work out. whatever happens. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna survive.
Yeah.
Sucks because I gotta work here a whole nother year before I get to go back to Vegas.
You
Or
say
just-
I'm mean.
Or just make the NFR in bronc riding.
There you go.
Then I gotta
Yeah.
work out there. Like,
Not
Yeah.
really.
Then you got to work and get on.
yeah. Oh no,
Yeah. No.
It's like if I'm at the NFR,
You're still
I'm not
working the
working.
booth. Yeah. No. You're still gonna work the booth.
I mean, aren't you competing?
Aren't you entered?
What
Yeah, do
you
you wanna-
selling T-shirts?
Yeah. Do you want a cap or not? Okay.
You want me to sign it?
Mm-hmm.
Can.
Well. Are you gonna start a podcast?
I am.
About what? No, sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it like that. About what?
I want to start a podcast about kind of like a traveling fitness podcast, but go
You're
visit.
into fitness.
Yeah. Fitness whole pizza. But yeah, go to different people like athletes or coaches, trainers, normal people that just, weekend warriors. Maybe work out with them, video it, talk about it, and then get to the podcast and talk about their experiences with it and their experience with fitness and how they came into it, or if they're an athlete, what they do, what they like to do, what they don't like to do. Just kind of have some fun with it. But I think it'd be interesting to see all walks of life in their little fitness journey.
Fitness podcast in your schedule. That's what you can tell them.
Okay.
Hope you guys can fitness podcast in your schedule.
Look at him. He's like, that was good, right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
what are you going to call it?
I don't know yet. I don't know. Kind of have a list of names that I want to reach out to first, and then we'll...
Catron Podcast Extravaganza.
Extraordinaire.
The Catron Fitness Podcast Extravaganza.
I'll let y'all name it. How about that?
Okay. That's what we would name it.
Okay. Well, there it is.
The Catron Fitness Podcast Extravaganza. Look out for it, folks.
Yeah.
Kaitlin, give us your life advice.
Oh, life advice. Don't let anyone tell you what to do that you don't feel like is for you.
What?
Exactly.
What if you don't know it's for you?
Wait, if the advice is for you or the person?
The advice. Try anything once. There you go.
That sounds deep. It sounds like you got real deep. Like
I
you've
did.
got
You
some-
told me some life advice.
Donnie, what do you got? It's so crazy to me, like how Donnie, he gets excited about podcasts. He likes to be on them.
Yeah.
He likes to listen to them. He likes to edit them. But then when you get into them, he doesn't want to talk.
Well, I don't want to say the wrong. Like, I want to say what I mean, and I don't.
I mean what you say.
Yeah, I don't really ever say anything without.
I've never known
believing.
someone like so quiet that has been on
Stoic.
so many podcasts. Do you feel like I talk so much that you don't have?
Well, I just gotta say one-liners. I just say like four
He
words.
literally does say one-liners
I just gotta say
all the time.
4 words at a time.
Okay, well, give us 4 words of wisdom to end this podcast on.
I gotta think of good ones. Oh man, there's so much pressure.
The radio silence is deafening.
I don't know. I'm just gonna be generic here and go after your dreams, people.
We need to start a T-shirt line of all of like Donnie's life advice, and then
Yes.
just a picture of his face on there, like a cartoonish figure of your face.
Yeah.
And then just like whatever you gave with that podcast, just like go after your dreams. Podcast 47 underneath it, real small. Podcast, Old Son Podcast 47. I like do it then talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
You're
like
more-
that one a lot.
You're more of like a talk about it and never do it kind of person.
That's why I got to give myself the advice of do it then talk about it.
Mhm.
I'm not a talk about it then never do it. I might be a talk
Yeah.
about it then kind of do it.
Yeah, we did go noodling.
Dude, I told you. Like we drove 12 hours.
Yeah.
and y'all
had
had
to
so much fun.
Get a hotel room. I had to wake up early. Well, we didn't wake up that early. But like that was like inconvenient. I was like set on doing that. I was talking about it, then I was being about it.
Talk about it, be about it.
But do it, then talk about it is my advice for today.
I really like that one.
Go after your dreams. Is that what you're going with?
Well, I guess. I don't know. I'll
Thank you
of
for
something
watching.
next
Thank
week.
you for listening. This episode of Old Son Podcast. I'm sure some of you have noticed my T-shirt. It's JB Mooney, keeping it 90 on airtime. Thank you, Phenom Genetics, Matt Sharping. The Mooney Zone. It's a new T-shirt out right now, along with Brisby Gibbons 2020. Those are the two brand new shirts that if you don't get, you ain't no cowboy. DaleBrisby.com. Text me, 940-353-0890. It is me texting you. Let's skip the 4 to 5 text messages where I'm convincing you that it's me and not Donnie, because it's me. I think that's it. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Can't wait to tell you about what's coming in 8 months. Pow, pow.
Christmas?
That's like 3 months.
Oh.
My birthday.